Welcome back to the attic. Now, it's been a while, but this is going to be a sales video. Now, if you've watched my sales videos before, they're once a month. It's basically a roundup of what I've been selling on eBay, just sort of highlight reel of sort of good items, interesting things that I've sold. I talk about why you should or shouldn't be looking out for them on your own reselling journeys. The thing is, they can wind on a little bit, can't they? They have been known to be a bit lengthy, and I think going forward, I'm going to be a lot more sort of nitpicky with what I decide to show you. Ultimately, I'd love to show you everything that's been selling, but a lot of stuff just isn't that interesting, to be honest. And a lot of stuff, yeah, I'd say I don't want to make these videos too long, particularly given that this video is going to be January and December sales, because I didn't do one for December because I had my shop turned off for half a month. So, yeah, hopefully I can condense the video down to like a nice manageable amount, hopefully about half an hour. That being said, me being me, I do like to ramble, so that might be a complete lie. But we're gonna persevere. We're gonna see what I can fit in within about half an hour's time. We're gonna see what I can fit in around about half an hour. Anyway, I'm not waffling too much today. Famous last words. Let's get straight into it. December and January sales on eBay. Let's go. Let's start off with a good item. So these are a pair of Dr. Martens. They're called the Flora women's boots, kind of like a Chelsea boot style. Picked these up in a charity shop for £8, I believe. They've sold for $53.99 plus postage, so we're up for 60. Took a 10% offer off. Fantastic return. So great start to the month. And say Doc Martens, I rarely find these in charity shops at all. They didn't have many like markings on them to suggest they were Dr. Martens, so I guess they slipped under the radar. But yeah, great to find. Good sale too. These are a pair of Zambalan men's walking boots. Zambalan is a great brand if you can find it. It's kind of below the radar, but say you don't find them that often. It's sort of like on the level of like Scarpa, that sort of thing. These went for £25 plus postage. I believe I paid £2 or £3 at a car boot sale. Weren't in the best condition, made it very clear. Had Vibram soles, but they weren't Gore-Tex. Again, older boot, but say it's life left in them, as you know that famous phrase goes. But yeah, they're in better condition, could have pushed a lot higher. Oh, I sold some Gant, goodness me. So this is a Gant quilted jacket, men's size, size large, nice sort of like sandy brown colour. Had this for absolutely ages. It's finally sold, £33 plus postage. Can't remember what I paid for it. I probably wouldn't pick it up again. It's Gant. If you've watched my videos recently, you'll know I'm not a fan of Gant stuff. It just seems to sit around loads. And even though I've bought a couple more things since making statement saying I'm not buying any more Gant, guess what, it hasn't sold. So yeah, I told myself a lesson there on multiple occasions. So yeah, I wouldn't bother with Gant. Just my experience, it just doesn't do as well as it should. But anyway, let's move on. I sold a Monopoly board, a Monopoly game, not just the board. I don't typically buy Monopolies. I think because there's so much that could be missing, I just don't really trust the fact that it's all in there. But this one was a bit different. This one had a wooden box to it. I think it dated from 2000, I have to check now, 2003. So again, good say it's vintage, but it's what it is. I paid £4.50 for that. That's gone for £18 plus postage, which was a little bit lower than the sort of the going rate. But there are so many listed, run up to Christmas, I just wanted it sold. So happy with that. This is a bit better. This is an Umbro Everton football shirt. This is the, maybe double check. This is the away shirt from 2019-2020. Nice orange design, lovely condition. Size 3XL as well. It's a lovely big size. Asking for £28 plus postage. I believe I paid £3 for that in a charity shop. So happy days. This one's hung around a while as well. So this is a vintage Ida knit. It's like a really nice sort of fluffy wool ladies coat. Quite a small size 8 to 10. Had a couple of repairs, made that very clear. I paid £5 or £6 for this in a charity shop, like well over a year ago. That's gone for £34 plus postage. So worth holding on for, worth holding out for the profit, but yeah, took a long time to sell. These are better than I thought. Actually, these are a pair of Yonex Ergo Shape men's indoor racket shoes, like squash, badminton, some non-marking sole. I think I paid £2 for these in a charity shop, like a sort of independent charity shop. This is more like a sort of like a jumble sale charity shop. They've gone for £22 plus postage. Oh, another brand that doesn't do very well. Timberland. Yeah, I saw this Timberland men's padded jacket. Wasn't down-filled, wasn't anything like that. Just polyester. Size XXL. Nice tight fit. Tried it on myself, wasn't really my liking, so I sold it. £25 plus postage, so not bad. I don't think I paid more than, I might have paid £7 or £8 for that, to be honest. So yeah, I wouldn't pick it up again, but yeah, there's money there. It just took ages to sell again. Sold another pair of Dr. Martens, would you believe it? So these are the men's, they're called the Mayport Burgundy Canvas Chocker Ankle Boot. Pretty new age, they were made in Thailand, so fairly new age one. Still had the sort of non-marking sole, like oil resistant sole, but say light years away from the quality of like a vintage like 8 eyelet boot. Only paid a £5 though in a charity shop because they were a bit dirty. Gave them a good clean, came up really well. £54 plus postage, so again, would have been up for 60, 10% off. Happy days. So yeah, really happy with that. This was a cool find. I found it in a toy section of an Oxfam of all places. It's a Franklin Collins crossword solver. So electronic crossword solver, so you can, you know, put in like letters and it gives you words. You know what a crossword solver is. I don't know why I'm explaining it to you. That was £1.99. £1.99 in a charity shop in Oxfam, in a kids section, boxed. It had all the bits in it, had like the leaflet, the peripherals, that sort of thing. That's one for £25 plus postage. It's fantastic. So definitely be on the lookout for your crossword solvers, boxed or otherwise. As long as they're working, good condition, you're in the money. Again, I guess a kind of a bolo type thing. So Blaze and the Monster Machines is a popular kids sort of cartoon. The die-cast cars can do okay in bundles, but some of them can do quite well on their own. I sold a Blaze race car a couple of months back, that did quite well. This one's another one to look out for. So this is Starla, sort of cowgirl design. She's gone for £17 plus postage, and I think I paid 50p for her, so that's, yeah, really good return. So yeah, be on the lookout for your Blaze and Monster Machines die-cast. This is a palm kayaking, what's called a CAG jacket, so pullover waterproof, neoprene neck and sleeve cuff so the water doesn't get in. Only a size small, paid a £5 for this in a charity shop. That's gone for £25 plus postage. So yeah, keep an eye out for your kayaking stuff because yeah, it can sell well. This is the brand you should be looking out for. This is Shot, I think that's how you pronounce it, NYC. This is a really thick hoodie, kind of like fleece lined, lovely condition, size large, so perfect for winter. I paid £3.50 for this in a local charity shop. That's gone for £27 plus postage. Ooh, sold a pair of Nike Air Force Ones. So these are, well, they're quite a small size. They're size 4.5. These are called the Air Force One High SE Black Gum Trainers with a gum sole. It's like a mid-top shoe, even though they're called high, but technically a mid-top. Paid a £5 for these in a charity shop, and I'm pretty sure, I mentioned this before, when I bought them, the lady behind the desk said that they were fake, even though I checked the product code and they definitely weren't fake, but I said nothing. £24 plus postage. So, I mean, they have taken a while to sell, to be fair. I find sort of plain coloured Air Force Ones do, particularly in smaller sizes, so I was happy to get that sale, to be honest. I do like picking up like Nike holdalls. I find Nike stuff on the whole, like clothing, doesn't do all that well on eBay, but the bags do. So this is a medium-sized shoulder strap gym bag, grey, big white swoosh on the side. Paid £3 for that. That's gone for £15 plus postage, and I think it sold within a couple of days, so that's all good. So some Converse. These are just plain red Chuck Taylor highs, size 5.5. They've gone for £22 plus postage, and I paid, oh crikey, I think I paid a £5 for these. So happy. These plain colours do tend to sell quite well. Just make sure, again, the condition is tip top. Make sure there's no adverse wear to the soles and no like staining to the tops. This was a good sale. So I picked this up just before Christmas. Do you remember, well, if you watched the video, the Street Shark that I missed and then went back for, and by some miracle it was still there? They had a Ben Sherman Beatles print t-shirt on the rail. Now I wouldn't bother with Ben Sherman at all, but these Beatles shirts can do really well. So I paid £6 for this. That's gone for £47.50 plus postage on the GSP over to Australia, would you believe it? It was a size 3XL, fantastic size, only a short sleeved, but then again, if you're in Australia, it's the summer, so it makes perfect sense, right? So yeah, really happy with that. Keep an eye out for your Beatles print Ben Sherman shirts. This one could have been so much better if it had sold like 2 years ago. So this is a Top Trumps tournament card game with the Lewis Hamilton like rookie card. These were selling for crazy money, again, when in the sort of COVID card hype. I found this well outside of the hype period. Only paid £2.50 for the set, and it was a bit battered, but the cards were good. sold it as a whole, didn't want to like break it down or anything. £17 plus postage. That's 17, not 70. Yeah, I wouldn't pick it up again, to be honest. The card hype has just sailed. There's so much on there on eBay, just stuff just like sitting there saturated because people are hoping the card hype will come back. It might do, but right now it's not. The demand just isn't there. Sold some Nike golf shoes. Thought these would do a bit better, if I'm honest. These are called the Heritage 2. They're a bit older. They're from 2010, but crucially plastic studs. Golf courses ban metal studs. So if you ever see golf shoes with metal studs, don't bother because no one's really going to want to buy them. Well, I mean, maybe as a collector, but you can't actually use them, so I guess the demand is lower, if that makes sense. But anyway, paid a £5 for these at car boot sale. Didn't do as well as I thought. £20.50 plus postage. I think I had them up for 30 initially, and it just didn't sell. So I'll bear that in mind. Say if I'm paying a £5, making 20, selling for 20, that's fine. But I'll just have it in my mind that they might take a while to sell. Never mind. Moving on. Sold another Mini Champs F1 car. I bought a load of these from the car boot sale back in the summer. Feels like ages ago now. I can't wait for them to come back. Anyway, this owes me £4. That's gone for £18 plus postage. So not an okay return, but again, it's taken a while to sell. Sold some Timberland boots. Now, despite what I said about Timberland clothing being a bit meh, Timberland boots can do okay, particularly men's sizes. So I bought these from a charity shop, paid a tenner. They're a size 8, so UK size 8. No, I lied. They're a UK size 8.5. Just check my phone. Had these up for 35, I believe. Offer came through, 10% off, £31.50. Gone. Get them gone. Happy with that. After tax and fees, making about a tenner profit. So doubling my money for my initial investment. More than happy with that. I thought this one would do a bit better as well, actually. So this is a Lego. Yes, I bought some Lego. Rare for me. So Lego Architecture Burj Khalifa. So is the world's tallest building, isn't it? In Dubai. I'm pretty sure it's the world's tallest building. If it isn't, let me know. But yeah, Burj Khalifa model from the Lego Architecture series. I believe it's been discontinued. There are two types though. There's like a basic one and a more like elaborate one. But even the basic one seems to do quite well. But for whatever reason, mine hasn't done as well. I don't know. I have so many offers on this one, but they're all like lowball. I only paid. What did I pay for this? I paid £4 in a charity shop. When you buy Lego in a set, you're never sure if it was all there, but it was. By some miracle, it was all there. I built it, quite enjoyable actually. Took loads of photos. That sold £32 plus postage. So look, I'm not complaining at that. But other people had gotten £40 plus in like similar condition. So I don't know. I was happy to see it gone, but I was a bit gutted that I didn't get more for it. But hey, it's fine. This was a Musto men's packable jacket. It's quite weird because it had a pocket in the inside, and you could basically fold it up into this pocket, zip it up, and it's like a pack-a-back. Bit strange, really. Only a size medium. I paid. What did I pay for this? I think it was £7, £7.50, something like that in a charity shop. That's gone for £30 plus postage. Didn't take too long to sell, which is rare for Musto. So yeah, more than happy with that. I'd say with Musto, stick to the jackets. If you're going to buy anything from Musto, make sure it's like waterproof or waterproof trousers. Just sailing stuff. The lifestyle stuff just doesn't do as well at all. People want like utility wear, So yeah, that's my top tip with Musto. These were cool as well. These are a pair of Brasher Pemba GTX walking shoes. A bit like a Brasher boot. Where's one to hand? I've got one somewhere. Never mind. But anyway, basically a walking shoe, but a boot with like a low ankle shaft. Again, paid a tenner for these in the same charity shop as those Timberland boots, actually. They've gone for £40 plus postage, so cannot complain. Oh, sorry, yeah, UK size 6 as well, so a ladies one. So if you can get a men's one, I've never seen Brasher walking shoes before, so I was like, that's interesting. Obviously, I'm not going to leave Brasher behind unless it's absolutely knackered or too expensive. But yeah, really happy. 10 into 40, and they took less than a week to sell. Oh, another brand that doesn't do amazing for me. Hackett. I've sold Hackett polo shirts in the past, and they've done okay, but it does seem to hang around a little bit. Certainly the smaller sizes. These are a pair of Hackett Hampshire 100% cotton chinos. Nice size though, width 36, inside leg 34. I paid £2 for these in a charity shop. Excellent. They gone for £25 plus postage. These ones took a while to sell. and I was contemplating not picking them up again, but then they sold for full price, and now I'm like, well, maybe I would. And it's another pair of Air Force Ones. They're not all white. I'm not bothering with all white ones unless they're in like perfect condition, because they're saturated. There are so many on eBay. It's just, you're competing with literally everybody else. But these weren't all white. They had a black sole, black swoosh, white upper, all leather. Now these are the Air Force One 07 low. Size 9, nice size, lovely condition, like barely any wear to the soles, no marks to the uppers. Paid a tenner for these at a car boot sale, so paid up a little bit. They've gone for £60 plus postage, so yeah, worth holding out for. I think they take a few months to sell though, so if that's the case, then so be it. I'll know for next time that they might take a while to sell, but if the profit's there, then I'm happy with that. So yeah, don't give up on Air Force Ones, despite what I say, but the plain white ones and smaller sizes, I just find just don't sell at all. Solid leather jacket. This is by a brand called LSB Trading Co. Yep, me neither, hadn't heard of it. I only paid a fiver though. That's one for £30 plus postage. The only item I pick up from Woolovers, if you saw my recent clothing brands that don't sell all that well part 2 video, you would have remembered that I mentioned Woolovers. The only material composition of Woolovers that I'll pick up now are the merino cashmere jumpers, so the sort of the higher end ones, you could say. Found a jumper new with tags. Couldn't believe it, new with tags. This was a tenner in a charity shop. Yeah, fair enough. That's gone for £50 plus postage, so fantastic. It was a nice dark blue colour, lady size medium, so not a huge size, but yeah, 50 quid plus postage. So really happy with that. But say that's the only composition I'll pick up. Everything else just seems to sort of sit around a little bit. So, you know when you're really glad to see an item go? This is a Hobbs London floral silk dress and woolen silk jacket, like a mother of the bride type item. Paid 15 quid for this in a charity shop, thinking I'm in the money. Except Hobbs does not sell that well at all. Like, I have had the worst luck with Hobbs, and I was so glad to see this gone. £35 plus postage. I initially had it up for 60, and it did sell for 60. And I'm pretty sure somebody bought it, wore it to a wedding, and then returned it because it smelt funny. Wasn't stained, wasn't like, it had obviously been looked after, but it didn't smell how I sent it out. Like, it smelled of perfume. I'm thinking somebody's worn this and obviously sent it back, and then obviously I've issued a refund. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's the only time it's happened though, so I'm not too peeved. But I just thought I couldn't prove it. But I just thought this is not cool. So, would not pick that up again. Happy to see it gone. Yeah, never again. This was kind of cool, and this is why I always check the gloves, the scarves, and the hat baskets. This is a Terra Nova Extremities windstopper, kind of like a trapper hat, so with the ear flaps and that you can tie up at the bottom. Paid £3 for this. That's gone for £18 plus postage. Anything with that windstopper, like red logo, look it up, invest in it, because windstopper stuff is just, I don't know, it's kind of like Gore-Tex. It's like the Gore-Tex of the wind, if that makes sense. It just it has a more sort of premium property. Just keeps out the wind. It's just more sort of durable. So yeah, keep an eye out for windstopper stuff and check those winter hat, glove, and scarf baskets. Ooh, sort of pair of talking of Gore-Tex, sort of pair of Clark's Gore-Tex shoes. Now, I did have higher hopes for these, and I will pick them up going forward, but only in a big size. So these are a nice size, UK size 8, £30 plus postage, and I paid £6 for them. So great return there. But again, they're taking an age to sell, and I think because there's so much competition on there, and perhaps the demand for this style of shoe isn't as high as it was in the past. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but great profit. Not complaining, but I'll be a little bit cautious about picking these up in the future. Oh, was this sale of December? It must be. Must be. So, I said before, I have no luck with suit blazers. I mentioned it in the clothing video, actually. Again, I think it comes back to demand. The demand for suit blazers just isn't as high. I think unless you've got something sort of stand out, or a really good material composition, or a really good brand behind it, they're just going to sit around. Like I said, I've got Burberry ones, Hugo Boss, Canali ones just languishing on the shop, not really getting much interest, so probably wouldn't pick them up again. But I would pick this one up again, and I almost slipped then. I almost mentioned it. This is Brioni, and Brioni is a high-end Italian. Not just menswear. They do women's as well. Like a sort of high-end Italian fashion brands. This was a basically what's called a Super 180 wool. Really, really quality wool. Really sort of like just soft with a silk lining as well. That's just the most quality suit I've ever felt, I guess you could say. Paid £7 for that in a charity shop in... Where did I get that? I think it was Worcester. I'm pretty sure I got that from Worcester. That's gone for £80 plus postage, so superb result for a suit jacket. As I say, just the jacket, not the trousers, just the jacket. And that's gone on the GSP. I believe that went to America. So off on its travels. Okay, moving on. Pachamama. You know the brand. Lovely thick wool, made in Nepal, handmade, like jumpers and stuff. This one didn't do as well as I thought. Nice big size, large, extra large, but it's just black and grey. And I think the fact that it isn't like a standout colourway, colour design has hampered it a little bit, and had a bit of a nick in the shoulder. That probably didn't help either. But £35 plus postage. I believe I paid a tenner for that as well. So not the best return. Has taken a while to sell. I would pick up again for sure, but for whatever reason that one just didn't do as well. But it's okay. The profit's there, so we're all good. Oh, talking of things that don't do as well, cotton shirts. I mentioned before, again, just cotton shirts and we just don't get on very well. Again, it must be a demand thing. This is a really good brand as well. This is Dunhill London. Again, like a sort of higher end, I believe just a menswear brand. So 100% cotton shirt, long sleeved, made in Italy, just striped. Not much else going for it apart from that. No sort of external branding, just a good quality cotton shirt. £30 plus postage. Now I only paid a £5. So that's a really good return. But I did think it would do a lot better. Given that these are like 150 new, I did think it would do a little bit better. But it's sold, the profit's there. I'm not complaining, but again, just a little bit disappointed. Oh, another good brand. Yeah, these were a funny one. So these were a pair of Savona Dynamic 3 women's like salopettes snowboarding trousers. Shuffle is a really good sort of German outdoor brand. If you can find the Shuffle like a jacket or the wool gilets, not a gilet. Yeah, it's a gilet. Seems to do quite well. But these are a pair of just bright white, some like snow pants. I paid £1.50 at the car boot sale, but the comps were really low. They're like 18-20 quid. I thought, well, I'll stick up at 30 and see what happens. And they sold for 30 quid. Did take 5 months to sell, admittedly, but they have sold full price, 30 quid plus postage. So yeah, from £1.50, that's fantastic. Sold another leather jacket. This was unbranded, I believe. Yeah, but it was cool though. It had like the lining was like automotive, like car manufacturer logos. It had like Opel, like Ford, Fiat, really cool like lining design. Thought it would do a bit better again, but it's okay. £25 plus postage, and I paid a £5. So again, not complaining. These were good. So these are a pair of Merrill Oslo Espresso women's nubuck leather waterproof boots, UK size 6. Had some wear to them, had some marks. Made that very clear. Paid 8 quid for them. They've gone for £50 plus postage. Now, if you can find these in like tip-top condition, they can do like 80, 90 plus. Really, really sort of desirable boot. Because mine were a little bit like worn, a bit damaged. 50 quid plus postage from 8. Awesome. Still really happy with that. Oh, sold some Paul and Shark. Look at that. As I mentioned in a previous video, Paul and Shark I don't find very often. When I do find it, it's typically a little bit priced up, which is fine. And it can sell well, but it just takes a while to sell. This was a big embroidered logo sweatshirt jumper, size large. The care label, though, had been ripped out. I don't know why you do that, but anyway, made that very clear. What did I pay for this? £7 or £8, I think. And so that's gone for £40 plus postage on the GSP. Where did that go? I think it went to Spain, of all places. I'm pretty sure it went to Spain. So that's cool. Paul and Shark can take a while to sell, but when it does sell, it typically sells quite well. There we go. There's logic there somewhere. Let's move on. So this vintage Umbro like manager's jacket with like the repeat Umbro logo down the sleeve, big Umbro logo to the front, nothing to the back though. Disappointing, nothing to the back. Paid, what did I pay for this? £7, I think, in a charity shop. That's gone for £30 plus postage. I think I had it for 35, and we were just sitting around a little bit, you know, we were just chilling, warming boxes, and then someone offered me 30. I thought, yep, that's absolutely fine. So off it goes. Saw some Echo women's like fleece line boots. I think these are Gore-Tex. Yeah, they were. They were in the best condition. A bit of wear to the soles, some marks to the uppers. Made it very clear in the listing. They gone for £22.50 plus postage. I don't know what I pay for these. £4, £5 at a car boot sale, I think. So again, I'll be a bit more careful going forward about the condition, but again, there's profit there, so we're all good. It's a FootJoy men's lamb's wool like pullover jacket. Again, I thought it would do a bit better than it has. £21.50 plus postage. I think I only paid £3 at a car boot sale, but yeah, I thought it would do a bit better, but it's fine. It's gone. We're all good. A pair of Endura Humvee men's mountain biking shorts. Loads of pockets. Nice durable material. Kind of like a built-in belt. So really, really cool short. Size XL. Paid £3.50 for these in a charity shop. £25 plus postage. Oh, this has been hanging around a while. This is basically like it's not Match Attacks. It's a game called Shootout. So a trading card game from the Premier League 2006-2007 season. Complete. Had all your favourites in there. Cristiano Ronaldo's in there. Wayne Rooney. All the players from the 2006-2007 season. £40 plus postage. I think I paid a £5 for that in a charity shop that no longer exists. It shut down. So yeah, ode to that shop. But there we go. Happy with that. Really happy with that. People have got more, but I say it'd be taking an age to sell. So yeah, I'm happy with 40. Albert Thurston. First and only time I've found this brand so far. These are a pair of woven braces. Made in England. Lovely sort of supple leather to the ends. I think I paid like £2.50 for these in a charity shop. Just on the rail of... not rail. Just on the tie rack. They were hanging on the tie rack. I think I've gone for £35 plus postage. No, sorry, £35 all in. There we go. Some of these can do really well. So yeah, always check the braces, because if you can get Albert Thurston, usually says it on the sort of the metal components, they can do really well. Some can do even better than that. So yeah, keep an eye out. Albert Thurston. This is a Logitech keyboard, and weirdly, it was in Spanish. So all the keys, all like the caps lock, the control, whatever, was in Spanish, but it was in its original packaging. Hadn't been opened from its like shrink wrap, so basically sold it as new other. What did I pay for these? These? What did I pay for this? £4, £4.50, something like that. It's gone for £18 plus postage. Sold pretty quickly too, so that's all good. This was cool. I didn't really want to sell it, but I didn't really have any space for it, which is like the story of my life, really. So this is a Country Artist Speed Freaks Porsche model, kind of like a ceramic, basically cartoon-styled Porsche 911. £23 plus postage, which seems to be about the going rate. It was missing its aerial. Some of these can do really well. If you can get these boxed and like complete, and really popular models like Ford Escort Cosworth, Lancia Delta Integrale, stuff like that, they can do really, really, really well. But yeah, I had this for ages. Like I said, didn't have anywhere for it. Thought, stick up on eBay. Yeah, £23 plus postage. Get it gone. Get it gone. This was an interesting one. This is by a brand called Baker. It's like Baker Skateboards. I guess like an American, skateboarding brand. I believe it dates from the 1990s. This had like a sort of graphic print on the front with like depicting pirates. Bit strange, but there we go. Size large. Did have some cracking and crazing to the graphic print. Paid like £3, I think, for this. And that's gone for £30 plus postage on the GSP back to America. When I looked it up, all the comps were in America, and some of the shirts can do like £40 plus. So really desirable, like older skateboarding brands. So really happy with £30. I may never find it again, but I'm glad I did. But it's something to look out for, isn't it? Baker Skateboards. And now for something completely different, a pair of Russian binoculars. Yeah, I bought this, I believe, from the last car boot sale of the year last year. So like October. I think this is the only thing I bought from that car boot. Paid a £5. I think I had them up for 60, and they sold on the GSP $53.99 plus postage. Where do they go to? They haven't gone to Russia, that's for sure. Haven't gone to Germany. I don't know. Do you know what? I think they might have gone to Spain again. I want to say they went to Spain. Spain or Portugal. I can't remember. But yeah, had all like the filters with them and the original case and the lens caps. Really cool, a really good quality binoculars. But I don't need binoculars, so off they went. Oh, this was cool. This is probably the oldest clothing garment I've ever had. I think. This is a proper. This is like true vintage. And forget your 2004. You can say now. How is 2004 vintage? Anyway, this dates from the 1980s. This is a vintage Umbro rugby shirt, size medium, made in England. Lovely, like original Umbro red diamond. Oh, absolute find. And I used to sort of collect Umbro. Don't ask me why. I can't actually remember when I bought this. I can't remember what I paid for it. But it wouldn't have been. It would have been less than a fiver, I would have thought. That's gone for £40 plus postage. Purely because it's just rarity. Like, stuff from the 80s just doesn't really survive, does it? So, honestly, it's in such good condition. Couldn't believe it. So, it's obviously been sat in someone's like loft or wardrobe somewhere for ages. Yeah, sad to see it go. But, again, there's good profit there, so I'm not complaining. From whatever I paid for it originally, which, I don't know. No idea what I paid for it. This is my first vintage flip. So I bought a pair of Asics GT2000s running shoes. I think I paid a fiver plus the other bits. So what are we saying? Like £8.50 all in. They've gone for £40 plus postage. So lovely bit of profit there. Doesn't always work out like that way with vintage. You know, once you pay the postage and the buyer protection fee, the return isn't always as glamorous as you might be expecting, but really happy with this one. So got off to a good start. Another Nike bag. This one was weird though. So this is a Nike SB, so skateboarding. It's called the Courthouse backpack, but it was a sample version, and I couldn't actually find another photo of this. It was basically all blue, or no, a blue front with a black rear and straps. I couldn't find another photo of this design, so I guess it was a really limited run one they did, but didn't release to the public. Bought it for myself ages ago at a car boot sale. Don't know what I paid for it, a couple of quid maybe, but just been clearing out my rucksacks, so this one had to go. Yeah, £22 plus postage. I think it sold the same day, so I probably could have asked more for it. But it wasn't in the best condition. The lining was kind of like stained and it had a couple of snags, so I'm happy with that, but maybe I could have got more. Never mind. Let's move on. This was good, and I hardly ever sell DVDs. Just because I can't be bothered to go through all the DVDs on it. I just don't know what I'm looking at with DVDs. I just don't. But this one stood out. So this is Spartacus, the complete collection box set. I remember watching this back in the day. Spartacus Blood and Sand. It was quite gory. It was quite a lot of blood, but guess that's what they were going for. Paid £3 for this. That's gone for £20 plus postage. So for a DVD box set, fantastic. There are 14 discs though, and I did, in the charity shop, just count all these discs in the shop, because if there's one missing, it just harms the profit so much. It's not worth it. So definitely worth looking out for. Just make sure all the discs are present. This was cool as well. So this is an official Mazda, what the car brand, motorsports gilet, a hooded gilet, padded. Again, it wasn't downfill, just polyester. Paid a fiver for that in the charity shop. That's gone for £22 plus postage. So literally had no sales to go by. So put it up for 25. Someone offered 22. Thought, yeah, happy with that. Could have taken ages to sell, so let's get it gone. These took a while to sell as well, and I think it's because they're a small size and I don't know. Anyway, Adidas F10 Plus soft ground football boots. I would pick them up again. It's that sort of I think mid 2000 Adidas boots when they were introducing like the F10, F30, F50 sort of designs and like tiers. I've sold F10s before. I've sold one pair of F30s. Haven't found a pair of F50s yet. That'll be a goal find this year, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, especially if they're in like decent condition. Anyway, what did I pay for these? They're from a car boot sale. Let's say £3. I can't remember. £25 plus postage. So happy with that. Sold another Pashmama item. This is a wool hat, beanie hat. Paid £1 for this. Again, in the coat, scarves and gloves box. It said all things in here are £1. Just like random Finchlate stuff. And then this Pashmama one. Thought, perfect. £1 into £15 plus postage. Happy days. So another brand that I've sort of dabbled with before with not much luck is Bally, however you pronounce it. So these are a pair of narrow fit leather court shoes, like ladies' court shoes. UK size 6, but quite narrow. I think they were C, so really quite narrow fit. I paid, I think, £2.50 in a charity shop for these, but they were in, honestly, they could have been brand new condition. They were superb. They gone for £30 plus postage. Another vintage flip. So these are a pair of Nike Mercurial Victory 6 football boots, UK size 11, nice big size. Weren't in the best condition. The pictures were a bit rubbish. When they arrived, they had a few more stains, and the wear to the studs was a bit worse than I thought. So I thought, okay, fair enough. I think I had these up for £30 plus postage, and they sold full price. Positive feedback too, so it's all good. Oh yeah, what did I pay for them? I think they were a £5 plus the other bits, so yeah, £8.50 into 30. I do like selling bags. I don't know what it is. There's something about them. This is a vintage Carrymore Panther rucksack. Paid a £5 in a charity shop. I was kind of bricking it about packaging it, because how do you pack a massive rucksack? Do you just get a massive bag? Do you get a box? But fortunately, the person that bought it said, I only live down the road. Can I come along and collect it? I was like, yes, you can. That saves me a job. So yeah, 25 quid, all in, 5 times my initial investment. Perfect. Sold another country artist model. So you saw the Porsche I mentioned a while ago. This was a Volkswagen Beetle. This had a bit of a chip to one of the wheels, made it very clear in the listing. So it took a lower price, £18 plus postage. Again, something different. So this is a York Fitness wrist and waist heart rate monitor. So you had like the watch for your wrist, and then there's like a weird heart rate monitor around the, well, I guess right around the sort of the diaphragm area. Yeah, it's a lovely condition. So still had all the peripherals inside, and the plastic sort of not shrink wrap. What do you call it? Basically, the plastic inlay. Yeah, lovely condition. I think I sold it as used, but it could have been new, other really fantastic condition. Paid £3 for this in a charity shop. That's gone for £14 plus postage. Is this sale of the video? I think so. Again, I've had this for ages. I picked this up at a car boot sale, I think in April, and I listed it pretty much straight away, and it's taken until like last week to sell. So this is a Rab, you know Rab from the puffer jackets. Rab was what's called the Bergen waterproof jacket. So men's waterproof jacket, size XL. It was in phenomenal condition. And I remember I was at this car boot sale. I'd missed out on a couple of pairs of trainers quite early on. It's the same guy. I was like, grr, grr. It happens, right? I remember just walking around and I saw the Rab logo on this mat. I was like, right. Went over, picked it up. Lovely jacket, like immaculate condition. A couple of like older ladies there. I thought, how much is this? Oh, it's a £5. Didn't feel so bad then. That's gone for £95 plus postage. So yeah, really, really happy with that. But I say it has taken an age to sell. I don't know why. I don't know if I priced it up too high. I think if I priced it up at 100, and it's gone for 95, so that's fine. I'm from a £5, you know, I'm laughing, but yeah, I thought it sounded a bit more quickly, but of course, I'm picking that up again. Talking of like premium outdoor brands, 66 Degrees North is I haven't really encountered it much. This is the only time I've encountered it, in fact. But it's a sort of high-end Icelandic brand. I guess similar with Rab, Shuffle, probably like Arc'teryx. It probably is up to that sort of that level. This is just a beanie hat, an acrylic unisex beanie hat, like nothing going for it at all. £22 plus postage for an acrylic beanie hat. So that just shows the sort of the caliber of this brand. So yeah, keep an eye out. 66 Degrees North, Iceland. Yes, that's right. Yeah, probably paid £1 for it in a basket of scarves. Incredible. Another pair of Dr. Martens. Wow, these ones were knackered though. They were absolutely beaten to hell. I put in the title, they were thrashed. I thought that was a kind way of putting how they were. Leather boots, UK size 8. Only paid £1 though at the car boot sale, and that's just incredible, isn't it? I think because they were knackered. But £27 plus postage. So from £1, happy days. Happy days. Oh, another vintage one. These are a pair of Nike Magista X Onda 2 men's AstroTurf football boots. Now, I'll be honest, in the past, I've passed up AstroTurfs because I didn't think they'd sell as well as studded boots. And to be fair, they probably don't, because people are going to be more likely to be playing football on a pitch, on a field, rather than an AstroTurf surface. These were on Vinted. They were £2 plus the other bits, so just over a £5, I think they owe me. £25 plus postage, and only a size 8, so not the best size, but they were in lovely condition. Fortunately, they had pictures of the soles, and the studs, not studs, the tread was like immaculate. So pulled the trigger, and yeah, they've sold. And they sold pretty quickly too. So we'll give AstroTurf shoes another go, but yeah, they've got to be in tip-top condition. This is probably my best Vinted purchase so far. These are a pair of Nike Zoom Fly 4 running shoes, only a UK size 7, but these are a really good Nike running shoe. I paid, again, just over a £5 all in for these. They've gone for £50 plus postage. They were in incredible condition. And I think because they're not like an obvious, like desired Nike shoe, I had time to research, put the product code in, just work out what they were, and then buy them before somebody else jumped on them. So yeah, got very lucky with these. They were in superb condition. Don't know why they're only £2, but there we go. Yeah, super happy with that. And funny enough, the one above are another pair of cheap shoes. Pair of Converse I bought from Vinted. I think the first thing I bought from Vinted to resell. Pair of Converse. Pictures just weren't there. Listed as satisfactory. £30 plus postage. I think it cost me about just over a £5 all in. And they were in fantastic condition. So you can get very lucky with Vinted. But then again, you can be very unlucky. It's just swings and roundabouts. It's just one of those things. So it could go either way. Fortunately, those two, yeah. We did all right. Without going into detail, this is a Hot Wheels Baja Breaker model. Dates from the early 1980s. Basically, this model is in green, and they did various colours. But this green model had two variations of basically the side print. One was in blue and one was in olive green. The olive green one is exceptionally rare, so I've been told, and this was one of them. So not in the best condition, few chips, whatever. £45 plus postage that's gone for, and that's gone again on the GSP over to America. Musto. Remember what I said earlier about Musto? Like, go for the utility wear. This is a proper vintage offshore sailing jacket, only a size small, but had loads of reflective strips. Had like zip pockets aplenty, like a proper like durable hood. Paid a tenner in a charity shop. That's gone for £54 plus postage, so really strong sale. Like I said, only a size small. If you can get a bigger size, it'll do a lot better. So yeah, really happy with that. Another vintage sale. Look at this. If these were one size bigger, I would have kept them. So this is a pair of Nike Air Huarache Run Ultra trainers in industrial blue. Lovely condition. Like, I gave them a little bit of a clean to the soles, but they were just incredible condition. Paid, I think I paid a tenner plus the other bits, so about £13.50 all in. They've gone for £55 plus postage, so really happy with that. If I can turn a 10 plus the other bits into £55 on Vinted, super happy. That's the sort of level I'm sort of aiming at. But yeah, really happy with that sale. Now, if you watched my Oakhampton video last week, you would have seen I picked up those 883 police jeans for £4. They've sold. In fact, they sold the day after I did the video, so I could have put it in, but I couldn't be bothered. They gone for £31.50 plus postage. I could have held out for more, to be honest. I really could have done. Smaller sizes of this style of jean have sold for more, but ultimately I only paid £4. So if I'm selling them for £31.50, I'm more than happy with that. So 883 police, don't dismiss it. The jeans look revolting, but they've got a following, and that's all that matters. So I have some Musto trousers. Again, I was in two minds whether to pick these up, but they were only £2, so I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose. They've gone for £20 plus postage. Just beige, sort of like activity trousers. So not really sailing, not hunting, just like a rare sort of anomaly to the normal sort of Musto lifestyle stuff. But hey, they sold for a good price, so I'm not complaining. Another vintage thing. Adidas tennis trainers. These are the HU by Pharrell Williams. Kind of like a weird like knit design. These are actually UK size 13, and I kind of bought these for myself until I realised once I cleaned them up that I'm just going to destroy these. I'll just get them all muddy and I'll never be able to sell them for a good price. I thought I'll cut my losses Well, no, that's not right. I'll sell them now for the best price and then not have to worry. So I paid £8 plus the other bits. So, what's that going to be? £11.50, something like that. They've gone for £31.50 plus postage. So about a tenner profit after tax and fees to me. Happy with that. And off they go. So yeah, that's fine. 11.50 into 31-ish. I'm happy with that. Particularly if they sell quickly, which they did. So there we go. Tommy Hilfiger. Yes, the only Tommy Hilfiger item I will actively search out to resell right now are jeans. Tommy Hilfiger jeans seem to do quite well, which is good. These are called the Mercers. And again, lovely size. Width 36, length 34. Paid £4.75 for these in a charity shop. They come for £22.50 plus postage. Again, I probably could have had that for more. They sold the same day. I could have perhaps priced them a bit higher, but look, it's gone. The money's back in. I'm happy. I thought they could hang around a little while. I'd rather get a lower profit margin, but get them gone quickly. It's all good. It's all good. And finally, another long timer. Laura Ashley. I don't think I'm going to bother with Laura Ashley anymore. It's just, I've tried so many different sort of garments, material compositions, styles. It just seems to be a bit saturated. So this is a Laura Ashley 100% pure new wool herringbone tweed blazer that I paid, I think, a £5 for at a carpet sale. £30 plus postage. First, I had it for 50, right? For about 6 months. This is the first offer that came in, £30. Sent a lovely message. Sold. I don't care. I just want it gone. It's a good amount of profit for me. I'm happy with that. Gone. Sold. And I think I'll leave you there because despite what I said earlier, the old camera timer is saying 59 minutes. But at least this is like a month and a half's worth of sales. And sales have been fairly good. Although saying that, I haven't sold anything today yet. But never mind. But there we go. So, sales. And proof that I can't make a short video from talking to the camera. So, oh well, never mind. Let's have a drink. I am so thirsty. There we go. But anyway, if you've gotten this far, I'm sorry. These videos are always so much longer. Thank you so much for watching. I promise you the next video won't be as lengthy.